Hey guys, it's your girl AFM Stories and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you already know, I am a current Chevening scholar studying a master's degree in the UK, and I create content around winning the scholarship as well as winning several other scholarships. Viewers of my videos have won the Chevening scholarship. I think over 15 people from this channel have won the scholarship, and a large others have been shortlisted or placed on reserve. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Chevening essays judging criteria. The reason for this video is to help you to look at your essays from an objective point of view and ask yourself and try to predict or judge yourself, and maybe to use it as a way to improve your essays further. Please, before I move forward, the views expressed in this video are mine and not that of Chevening, the FCDO and its partners. These are my opinion based on my interactions and research. Thank you. So let's get right into it. Before obviously I review the judging criteria, please hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss all of the other valuable content I have on the channel. These are over 30 content on leadership, networking, career plans, studying the UK essays, the application process, basically everything. You don't want to miss the videos on the channel, as well as videos on other scholarships. So hit the subscribe button and go binge watch my videos after this one. Now on to today's video. What is the judging criteria for the Chevening essays? So Chevening essays are typically judged on a 4-point system. So 4 being outstanding, 3 being very good, 2 being good, and 1 being poor. You obviously do not want to be poor, and to be honest, because of how competitive the scholarship is, you want to get 4 in every single essay, or worst case scenario 3.5. But because of how competitive this thing is, trust me, you want to get 4 in every single essay. And I know you're wondering, okay, how do I get 4? What exactly do I need to do? And that's what this video is about for you. So for the leadership essay, candidates that typically get 4 is people that give multiple leadership and influencing examples, not one but multiple. Now obviously we've talked about it in other essays. This is not your beat to now go and write 6 examples, because I'm going to keep explaining the other criteria for you to get 4. If you give multiple examples and you follow the other parameters I'll be talking about, your chances of getting 4 are higher. So you know what, let me even just join everything together. So 4 is you gave multiple examples, so at least 3 examples, and in these examples you should clearly show how you've been a leader. So whether as the founder of an organization, whether as the initiator of a project, you show how you've been an influencer, making people to make decisions that they would otherwise not have made, whether in your organization, whether in the public, whether you even use social media to influence change. Basically, they want to see how you are an initiator of a solution to a problem, and that's what the leadership essay is. So you want to give at least 3 examples. I'll say no more than 4 maximum, but I'll say 3 very strong examples. And those examples, you give examples of how you discovered a problem, how you solved it, whether through bringing people together, and how you influenced opinion. That's 4. And I feel like the more diverse your leadership examples are, the better. So basically, for you to get 4, they want to see how you have at least 3 to 4 examples of how you've been a leader. So either influencing change in an organization, influencing change in your own organization, influencing change as a volunteer. But what will get you the 4 points is whether you are the initiator or owner of that solution, not the deputy owner, not the assistant owner. So if you are a deputy, or if it was a we thing, or your effort was like a joint effort with somebody else, that brings you down to 3. In terms of the ideation and leading and influencing, what will make you have 4 is multiple examples that show that you were the person that did the thing. You were the person that made the change in the organization. You were the person that brought the idea. You were the person that brought people together. You were the person, you were the ideator, the originator, the change maker. You did not join a challenge on social media. You initiated something. You did not join another person's organization as a deputy. You initiated something, or while you were a deputy in that organization, you were the creator of a project, not a project that founder told you to create and then you implemented. No, you were the initiator. That's what's going to get you a 4. Now a 3 is obviously you were a deputy, you were reporting to somebody else, it was somebody else that was leading you through it. Yes, you did most of the work, but you were not necessarily the ideator on anything. 2 points is when you barely give enough examples. Maybe you give just 2 or 1 example, or you give way too many examples and do not explain them through the STAR approach. I have videos on how to talk about your leadership examples and videos on the STAR approach, but I'm just talking about the judging criteria. So 2 is you barely even answer the question. Maybe you do not even you know what leadership is, maybe problem solving, or you know that leadership is maybe being the founder of something, being an organization, but maybe you listed that you were the founder of an organization, but you did not say how through the organization you're having impact. You did not say, oh, okay, I had an idea to help people, and so I was the initiator of a project that helped underprivileged kids, but you do not demonstrate how you went from idea to solution or the result. So you just talked about things briefly without a detailed example following the STAR approach. Then obviously that's a 2. And 1 is you barely even know what maybe leadership is. That's very poor. Maybe you just write, oh, I'm a leader because I was the founder of this organization, and in secondary school I was founder of this one, and in primary school I was founder of this one. That's 1. Other points that will help you to go up to that 4 point of view is when you can also relate it to how Chevening can help you to be a leader. That could also give you extra points as well. So remember that. Now for the networking, a lot of people I think this is where a lot of people actually don't even get a high score if you really think about it, because from speaking to people, I've seen that they have a very complicated view of what networking is. So networking is not, you know, people, you've met this person at this organization, you've met that person at that organization. Networking is, if you want to get 4 in networking, you met a lot of people. So obviously what will get you a 4 is multiple examples. I think even way more than 3 examples, but multiple examples that are still explained through the STAR approach, or maybe not as detailed as that, but multiple examples of how you've networked with people. So how you've met people at events, maybe even online, physically, how you've been part of organization, maybe a member of associations, how you've built strong relationships across board. Multiple examples, that's the first criteria for 4. And then not just multiple examples, but you show how you have built networks. So that essay is a test of how you can build networks, and how you can meet, how you are constantly meeting people, how you are building relationships with those people, and how you're having impacts with those people. If you want to get 4, you need to give multiple examples, diverse kinds of examples of how you are actively meeting people and how you build relationships with those people, and how the impact you had as a result of those relationships. You need to also use the STAR approach for each particular example that you mentioned. If you do that, your chances of getting 4 is higher. Multiple examples is very key for Chevening, but then not just multiple examples that are well explained is very key. Do not see, if you're given an example, 2 lines cannot adequately explain an example, 3 lines cannot adequately explain an example. Examples should be in paragraphs. That is very important. I'll say for networking, what I did personally was the first 3 paragraphs I gave specific details about examples, and in the final one I get like a conclusion. I just added a couple of things, but I still use the STAR approach briefly. To be safe, you want to have at least 3 examples of how you have met people at diverse capacities, you built relationships with those people, and the impact you had. If you have those multiple examples, you getting 4 is higher. Also, to ensure that you get 4, this is very key, because a lot of people talk about their networking and they forget one of the most important things, which is what benefits would Chevening have on your networking aspirations. So how exactly will the Chevening network benefit you? There's a reason they talk about the Chevening network a lot on their website, on their communications materials, because 50,000 amazing people globally is a large network. What are you going to do with that network? What exactly are you going to do? You want to put that in your networking essay. If that is missing in your networking essay, it might drop you from a 4 to a 3. So you want to put how you're going to use the Chevening network. Saying things like, oh, in conclusion, I know that by joining the Chevening network, I'll be able to meet global leaders and we can network with each other. That is not convincing. You have to think about something a lot more specific than that. So that's for the networking. For you to get, for getting 3 is maybe you did not give enough examples, or your examples show that, oh, you've been meeting people, you've been networking with them, or maybe you just talked about the work, the results you had with them, or maybe you just talked about, oh, how you met them and the results. Maybe you did not talk about building. So what can make you drop from 4 to 3 is you did not stress the meeting, the building, and the effect of that relationship. For 2 is you were just listing how you were part of a lot of organizations, diverse organizations. I'm part of this, I'm a member of this association, I've gone for this event, I know this person, but we cannot necessarily see the effect of them in your life. And then 1 is maybe you don't even know what networking is. You're just listing things basically. So that's for the networking essay. For the studying the UK essay, what this basically is judging is, number 1, there's a clear rationale for the course. So for you to get a 4, they need to see a clear rationale for the course. That's what's going to move you from 3 to 4, because, or even 2, because a lot of people talk a lot about the schools, talk a lot about the courses, but they don't really talk about the overarching idea. Why do you want to study any of those courses in the first place? So what will get you to a 4 is, what is the rationale for that course? You want to put that in your essay. Number 2, for you to get a 4 is you talk about each school as a separate entity. So one thing a lot of people do is they talk about the rationale and then they join all the schools together, and that's why I want to go to the first one, second one, and third one, because all of them will help me with this. No, you want to admit, because there's a reason why they ask you for first, second, and third choice. So you want to show them the rationale for the first, second, and third choices. So you want to treat each school as an entity. So when you give them the rationale for the course, the next thing you want to do is 3 specific paragraphs should go to each of your 3 choices. So in those choices, you want to show them that you have thoroughly researched the school. So you do not just lift things off the school websites, the front page. You not just think about them randomly. You need to show them that you have thoroughly researched the school. And the only way to show them that is by being specific about anything you say. So if you think the course is good for you, why is the course good for you? Is it the modules? Is it the lecturers? Do you understand? You need to be specific about why you want the school, and not generic examples like, oh, the school has a good library, standard of teaching is very good. That is not encouraging. You want to show that you've gone further to research the school. You also want to show how those research is related to your rationale. So is related to the work you want to do in your country, or because obviously your country is the most important thing. So you want to use for you to get a 4, obviously give them a rationale, effectively show that you've researched your schools, effectively show that you know what it takes, and effectively show that it is related to your future goals and your career path. And also beyond that, you don't want to give only academic reasons as the reasons why you want to go to those schools. Chevening is looking for a well-rounded person, a person that is a full individual. There was someone that asked Chevening for feedback about why they were rejected for Chevening. They don't give feedback to everybody, but I think that was a peculiar case. I don't know. But basically, what the person said, and I quote, is that they said that the person focused too much on academic reasons for studying at the course. I think this person was interviewed, but the person did not really stress about the other amazing things about the UK. So your schools do not just give you academics. What are the other things your school can give you? What are the other things the UK in itself can give you? You want to think about that in your essays. Obviously, 500 words is not enough. So you need to be strategic about what you include that would include all of these elements. If you can include all of these things together, it would get you to a 4. Now what will get you to a 3 is maybe the rationale for all of this is not well explained. You gave a lot of generic examples that were not as detailed, and maybe you spent all your time and energy in your first choice and you did not talk enough about the second and third choices. So many people just use many paragraphs on the first choice and they act like the second and third choice are not important. What if you don't get admission to your first choice? People don't even think about that. So you want to show them that every single course you want, every single university and course that you want to study at, you've effectively thought about them. For me, I could have happily gone to any of my 3 choices. I loved all of them. It was even very difficult to choose. Even after I decided on the Montfort University, I was also thinking, maybe I should have gone to University for Creative Arts. Maybe I should have gone for Sheffield. That's how much I loved all 3, but I showed a clear rationale for the ranking. So that is very important. So, and then obviously for 2 is maybe you just focus just on the school, you mumble them up together, there's no clear rationale. Or maybe another thing that can drop you to a 2 is maybe the courses are not related. You cannot inspire confidence in somebody reading if your courses are not related. You want to pick 3 related courses in 3 different universities. Picking one university and 3 different choices does not put you in the right light. It can drop you to a 2 or 1. You want 3 related courses that relate to the rationale for why you want to study the course in the beginning. So what do I mean by rationale? Because I keep saying that rationale basically is the why of why you want to study the course, the need for that course, how that course is going to help you to be a problem solver or a change maker or whatever, or how that course is going to improve your career path. So depending on whatever career path that you have, so they need to see how that course is related to your career path. So that's for that. And other things that can drop you to a 2 as well, I'm trying to remember, is just not being descriptive enough. That's just what it is. Like, you want to show details. You don't want to sound lazy and like you just mumble them up together in the last minute. You want to give details. 3 different universities with 3 similar courses, I feel, is the best bet, because it shows you as someone that is strategic, someone that knows that what if I don't get admission to this school, at least I have 2 other backup schools. So that is very, very important. And then for your career plan, this is so important. So for career plan, a lot of the judging criteria, obviously, is still 4, 3, 2, 1. For you to get a 4, you need to ensure that your career plan essay is related to one theme. So you don't want to come off with that essay as wanting to do different types of things across board. Your career plan has to focus on the specific thing that you want to change, but you want to change them in the small scale, in the medium scale, and the large scale. Your career plan cannot be bullet points. It cannot be mumbled up together. Your structure of your essay greatly improves your chances. So you want your essay to be short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. You want the beginning of your essay to also talk about that rationale for your career plan. Lead them on a journey. Keep reminding them of what exactly your career plan is. So in your career plan essay, for you to get a 4, your essay must be well developed into short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. Your goals must be smart. So are they specific, measurable, achievable? Like, you have to really think about that as well. So what exactly are they? What, in terms of numbers, in terms of, and then did you talk about how you intend to get there? So many people talk about, oh, how I want to be the minister of something in my country. Oh, I want to be the president. How exactly would you get there? Can they see the journey in all of your essays to getting there? And even the part that you mentioned is, how detailed were you on how you want to get there? Do not say anything that you do not know the pathway to get there, or anything that there's no clear connection. So they want to see how in your career plan projections you show a clear consistency. So for you to get a 4, obviously, all of these points, but also relating them to the work the UK is doing in your country. So a lot of people just talk about the fact that all of this is related to the work the UK is doing in my country, in my industry. That will drop you to a 3 or 2. What will keep you at 4 is related to the work the UK is doing in my country. Like, this is the work the UK is doing in my country. Be specific about what the work is and how and why it's related. That is very important. Also, relating your work to the sustainable development goals also helps your chances and greatly improves it. I didn't do that, but from reviewing the Chevening website and the feedbacks, I saw that also including the sustainable development goals also helps you. What I did mostly was I related it a lot to the work the UK is doing in my country, but they said that obviously including the sustainable development goals also gives you extra points, so think about that as well. So obviously, for you to stay at a 4, clear progression, clear theme for all of your plans, clear rationale and reasoning, realistic. So because you want to sound ambitious does not mean that you say that in 1 year from when you come back from Chevening you want to be the president of your country, except you've been except you've been in politics for many years before you got Chevening, and so maybe you've been a minister before, or you've done a political party and there's a clear projection. Do not mention such things. You want to say things that are realistic. There is nothing wrong in saying that you're going back to your organization to develop it better. There's nothing wrong with not talking about the fact that you want to change the whole world. Also, another mistake people make is trying to solve a problem that many people have tried to solve and can clearly not be solved by one person. You don't want to come off like, I'm going to solve poverty. You want to come off like, I am going to reduce poverty by these specific parameters. you don't want to come up with things that are final and unrealistic. So what will keep you at 4 really is a clear progression, a clear rationale, relating it to the work the UK is doing in your country, relating it to the sustainable development goals. What will keep you at 3 is making mistakes in any of these parameters. What will keep you at 2 is mumbling everything together, things not being together, not relating it at all to the work the UK is doing in your country, not relating it to the sustainable development goals, listing things that are unrealistic, listing things that are lazy, listing things that don't follow a projection. So there is no projection in how the ladder is going. So you come here in short term, you go there in medium term, you go to the other place in long term. You don't want to do that. So I hope that this was very useful to you in terms of thinking about your essay. Think about all of these points I've mentioned. Keep thinking about it, keep reviewing it. There are other resources on the official Chevening website, chevening.org. Go read them out, go check them out. I have a whole lot of videos on my channel about winning the Chevening scholarship, from how to get high scores in the essays, how to write your essays and all of that. Go check out the videos like I mentioned earlier in this video. I wish you good luck, and I know you're going to get the Chevening scholarship or any other scholarship. Keep applying, keep working, keep pushing, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Go binge watch my videos now. Bye.